My name is Barbara Gray, and I'm the professor of organizational behavior here at Penn State, and I'm the director of the Center for Research in Conflict and Negotiation. My background, originally, I was a chemist many years ago with an interesting objective of making coatings for beer cans. But I've moved on and have been with Penn State now for almost 30 years, and I teach the teams area and the negotiations area. And so my background for a long time has been in studying many of the problems that organizations face with respect to conflict, with respect to building constructive teams, and also intergroup and interorganizational problems that involve conflict. I tend to teach the second-year classes. I have two of them right now. One is team facilitation, and the other is complex negotiations. So the students will choose those as part of a portfolio or add them to their repertoire of classes just because they think the classes are valuable for them. So I will be teaching both of those classes this coming year, and one is in the spring, one is in the fall. The complex negotiations class tends to be also a very practically oriented class. We do almost a negotiation a week. Some of them are very short, so we start with very simple two-person negotiations, and we work our way up to sometimes a 9-party complex negotiation that runs across a couple of classes. And my focus there, again, is to provide some input that people can then practice and use in the practice negotiations. And then we debrief those negotiations in class and see what the range of different possible outcomes was. People can then have what we call negotiators' remorse, which is that they didn't do something that they wish they had done in hindsight after hearing how other people had negotiated successfully in that exercise. So in that class, it's a lot, again, of practical experience with how do you put yourself forward, how do you get what you were looking for, how do you build a constructive outcome between 2 or 10 people. And these skills are vital for managing organizations today. Sometimes people think that team skills are just pretty natural. You know, I'm just going to go in, I'm going to work with these people, and I don't really need to learn anything about teams. And that's not our experience. Our experience is that we get stuck in patterned habits. And if we can't actually diagnose what's going on in the team, as well as our own behavior, and perhaps then tweak it a little bit, the team isn't going to perform successfully. So we have hosts and hosts of research about what makes effective teams. But managers think somehow that they should just be able to be effective leaders in teams without any training. And that's not our attitude here at Penn State. We believe that giving people the tools that will help them to be effective leaders and to be reflective about what's going on in their own teams while they're here, then that will give them a leg up when they get into their next professional appointment.